This object
Mustache.
is This object is a star.
Mustache.
All right, fine. Is that what we're doing? This is a mustache. You already knew that. But what you may not have known is that there's actually a lot of history hiding in the hair.
Disgusting.
Now, it would probably be impossible to pinpoint when the mustache was actually invented. After all, for as long as humans have been shaving, there's been a lot of experimentation. But as is so often the case with these subjects, there are a lot of myths and misconceptions that keep turning up. For example, there's no evidence at all that King Henry VIII tried to tax facial hair. The truth is that styles came and went mostly in the normal way, but at some point in the 1600s, King Charles I had his portrait painted by a guy named Anthony van Dyck, and the royal whiskers became the talk of Europe. At least until 1649, when Charles's entire head took over the conversation. Interestingly enough, Tsar Peter I did try to tax beards in the 1700s. Men who wanted to wear facial hair had to pay for a beard token, and police were authorized to forcibly shave anybody who didn't have one. This was allegedly because the Tsar wanted to bring Russia to the same level as countries that he saw as being more advanced and more refined, and most of the continent stayed in a clean-shaven phase throughout the 18th century. In fact, it wasn't until the 1800s that European men started ignoring their razors again, and by 1868, a mustache was a mandated requirement for any soldier in the British Army. By the late 19th century, mustaches were so common and so popular that silversmiths and ceramicists were catering to them. Mustache spoons were made with special inserts so that eating soup was less of an ordeal, and mustache cups included similar features, along with some incredibly manly motifs. It wasn't until 1916 that the rule regarding mustaches was abolished, and for a while after that, every configuration was fair game, with some notable exceptions. By the way, the two-word phrase "a while" is actually different from the single word "a while." The latter is an adverb that means for a while, and the distinction is important. Something like "spend a while here" means devote some time to being here, but "spend a while here" means devote some time to giving this location your money.
Shut up!
Back on topic though, here's how I style my mustache. First, pause this video and screenshot the label that I'm about to show. Print that out, then purchase a stick of your favorite non-toxic water-soluble glue. I asked a prominent brand for a sponsorship, but they ignored me for some reason. Anyway, use the glue to attach the label, then apply a generous amount of your mustache fixative. Use your right hand to smooth and twirl the left side of your mustache, and use your left hand to smooth and twirl the right. After a few minutes, you'll have a perfectly coiffed bit of facial hair that stays in place until you wash it out. Put another way, spend a while on your mustache, and it'll stay a while. Egg cup! It's an egg cup! Birmingham Sterling 1950. Look, you can